what these terrorists are probably happy. They're happy that the Canadian couple got arrested. Because then they're like, oh, that's good. Then, you know, like, the way the terrorists set things up, they wanted us to fear them. And that's what's going on right now. They got everyone fearing the terrorists, that they're going to do something in the middle of the night, or they may do something. Or a nice old lady might be some terrorist that has a lot of fake skin on. I mean, this whole fear mentality where they got everyone fearful of the so-called boogeyman and everything. It's a real problem. And something needs to be done about it. People need to just stand up and say, why is this happening? It's just, the thing is, though, they're not catching the real terrorists. I'm hearing constantly how terrorists are being let through airport security. They're letting terrorist, violent miscreants through while they're harassing civilians that never had a bomb. They never even made a bomb. I'm pretty sure that since that guy's a police officer, he might have disarmed bombs or something, or well, I guess it's the bomb squad's job to do that. But still, he's never made a bomb. He's never hated Americans, and now he was harassed to a T. I'm hoping that we stand up against this, because if we don't, the Canadians are going to hate American citizens. They're probably going to even want to kill them if it gets to that point. I mean, if we're going to start mistreating Canadians, they're going to start mistreating us. When we go to the Canadian border, Canadians are going to start coming out and start slapping us and probably start being perverted. And they're going to start acting like a bunch of jerks and say, hey, the American border patrolmen can do this, so we can do it too. We can harass and we can do all we want. You know, we can do whatever we want because we're the border patrol. We are the gods. We are the bosses. It just doesn't sound right. This whole thing is going to get out of control if that border patrol guy is not prosecuted. I think he should lose his job. And they need to set clear rules for every border patrolman, whether it be a Canadian border patrol or the American border patrol. They should all have clear rules set on how they should be acting, and that they should act nice, and if the person resists, then arrest them. And, I mean, like, this person wasn't resisting at all. He was, I mean, there was a little teeny bit of resistance, like the way he backed away, and, well, it's expected that couple would act like that. I mean, they never did this to them before. They've always gone to America like it was nothing, and now they're going to start thinking twice before they'll ever like Americans, or even go to America. What they've done, what our Border Patrol has done, is just made America look bad. I mean, you know, this shows you that Obama is a piece of beep, because Obama is just like Bush. Obama and Bush have both done the same stuff. We all thought, oh, that's wonderful, now that Obama's in there, everybody loves their country. And people that loved Obama used to tell me that we get more respect now. That's right. People said stuff like, we're getting more respect now that Obama's in there. That's what people were telling me. That their minority groups or Americans are getting more respect with Barack Obama in there. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing more disrespect. I'm seeing more racism. I'm seeing more death threats being sent out. In fact, one guy threatened to rape and kill my entire family because I did not like Obama. The reason why, I mean, I know some things I sound a little extreme, but I'm just saying that these Border Patrolmen are getting worse, not better. Our security is getting worse, not better. Our whole country's government is getting worse, not better. And they all acted like it was going to end with Barack Obama. I'm seeing the same stuff. Terrorist attacks, security officials harassing people. I have a feeling that the reason he arrested that Canadian couple is because of the New York, yeah, it is! It's the New York bombing! That's what's caused this. Think about it. That Canadian couple was harassed in the state of New York, the border between New York that had that that bomb incident, that's what's going on. They're using the New York City bomb incident as a justification to harass Canadians. This isn't a conspiracy theory. You know they're using this. Because, right around the same time the New York City bombing happens, they start harassing Canadians. You almost wonder this is a ploy to end tourism, as a way to end tourism and start setting up more border security to where you can't have tourism, and then eventually our jobs being sent overseas, no tourism, no trading, eventually our country's going to die. And why is our country going to die? Because it's how they're going to bring forth the New World Order. Then they're going to say, we could fix this if we just simply had no borders. That's how they're going to do it. They're going to make the Border Security Act so stupid, so bully mentality that it's going to get to the point where eventually they're going to say, no more borders, no more borders, and then eventually they'll create the New World Order. They'll have the whole New World Order. They'll set up military checkpoints everywhere. And then they're going to start making us into slaves. At first they'll say, oh, that's wonderful. We won't have to go through the Border Patrol when we go to Canada. We won't have to worry about the Border Patrol anywhere. And so this whole mentality is that they're going to try to make us hate, and they're going to make us hate the Border Patrols, and then they're going to say, oh, there's a solution to where you won't have to hate the Border Patrols. Just create a one-world government. That's what all you have to do. Let's create a one-world government and a new world order. That's what's going to happen. They're going to use this. And so here's an audio real quick about the new world order.
After 1989, President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
Of its founders.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle.
And that's what's going on right now. They've got it where the Border Patrol are acting like a bunch of jerks. So, of course, without a rule of law, then people are going to start wanting this one world government because, well, just the thing is, wait, I'm going to put on the intermission.
Please stay on the line while we are waiting in this intermission. We are happy to bring out the truth about the New World Order. Please stay on the line because the New World Order is real and we the people have to do something to put a stop to this.
Hello, we are back. Anyways, hello. We got another person in the chat, and just so you know, if it's your first time on this one, that I'm talking about the Border Patrols, how he could have handled it better. And if you could go to the start on the archived episode, when it becomes an archived episode, you'll be able to hear about what happened, the incident, where a Canadian couple is being mistreated and how it's going to affect tourism and how Canadians might start hating Americans or hating the Border Patrolmen, saying, I'm not going to go across the border because of the Border Patrol. And it's going to affect tourism and further erode our country down the toilet. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is fact that if we start mistreating people, if you start going, hi, welcome to our store, may you go ahead and strip in front of the whole store so we can see if you have any weapons? If people start acting like that and they start acting like a bunch of jerks and like perverted and start taking people's drinks away and say, thank you for the free Diet Coke. Now you can go into our store. Thank you for me taking your Pepsi. If Border Patrols start acting like that, no one's going to go into the store. It's going to be an empty market, bankrupt store. There will be no one going there, and eventually they'll have to do giveaways and no one's going to show up because there's security. And eventually, if security doesn't act appropriate, and doesn't try to do what they can to be reasonable and make sure that if both parties aren't reasonable, if the tourist isn't reasonable at the border, and if border guard isn't